don't show me, the scars in your body to scare me from doing things. You must show them to me to motivate me.
True.
Most of the accidents happen when people reach their destination. And simply because
they think now.
You let your guard down because you feel relaxed. Ladies and gentlemen, don't look at finished products. You must know that people went through the journey.
Hi, Chesa, T's and C's podcast is in the house. We're back at it again. And you know what? Today's episode is all about pure respect, as in honor and everything. But before we get down into it, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Temba Zulu, as you always know, and I'm going to give the opportunity to my counterpart on the left, Spuku Bena Kiyo.
No. PTA to the fullest.
Cheers.
Today, guys, this week, Negavala dictionary tata for better English. So I'm gonna be on point, and this is a legendary session right here.
Cheers, man.
I know. Yeah.
Listen, gentlemen, we are so excited. I hope you can tell just by looking at our face that we're so excited. We have a guest, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, I have a distinguished gentleman that I'm going to just give an opportunity to him to quickly introduce himself and give us an overview of who the gentleman is, as you all know him though, but I'll just give him that opportunity. Welcome to our studio, Say. Over to you.
Where do I start? I've got also my jingle, Aziz.
Sure, please.
Thank you very much, Timan and Cleo. Thanks, I appreciate it. And what a wonderful set, what a wonderful studio, and people around the studio and people behind the scenes welcoming me to this wonderful podcast. My name is Vina Maphosa, but I work in the industry that is familiar with nicknames. So it's a nickname. My name is Alpheus. So once upon a time, I went to the airport. We were traveling with the club. And the travel agency put my name as Vina Maphosa.
Wow.
And I couldn't get into the flight because the name, didn't appear
on the passport.
So that's the nature of names in football. So it is who I am. I have grown up to reach this age. I have a story to tell. I've got lots of episodes of my life that I can share, non-stop. I am now at the age where I look back on many things, and fortunately I live with no regrets, and I've got all nice stories, because my nature is that with every darkness there is a shine. So my stories have turned into brightness, all of them. So I am a husband and a father.
Great.
And but most importantly, I'm a very good citizen. I do involve myself into goodness. I try as much as possible, to maintain a profile of doing good. But as Nelson Mandela always said, that at the same time, I'm not a saint. Not unless you think of a saint as a sinner who's trying. So I always try as much as possible to propose to the people to do things that are of the nature of improving us as a nation, us as a people, us as human beings. So my name, Vina Maphosa. I now work for Kaizer Chiefs Football Club as a corporate communications manager. And so I can, at any time, I cannot distinguish myself from, the black and gold. Maphosa. So peace sign is part of my signature.
Yep.
And my blood is black and gold as well.
Wow.
And love is what we share every day, and what we want people to enjoy every day.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, as you could hear yourself, Pravina, explaining that the love is something that we can share non-stop. And that's one of the reasons we have him here, because one of the biggest things about Pravina, he believes in molding people into being good people, like he's just mentioned. When I first met him, that's one of the things that he actually emphasized, to say, you know what, man, now that I know you, I want to have an impact in your life. I want to make sure I see you somewhere. And
definitely,
me and Cleo starting these are one of the things that were inspired by big people like Pravina. As you can see, guys, we all know he's a very, very busy individual in his line of duty, but he still managed to find some time to come and humbly sit with us here. Wow. What an intro, Pravina. So maybe just because you've already said so much in your intro, just maybe for someone who'd love to know your background before, because it will obviously build up to people knowing some of the things that you've done in your life. Maybe if you can just take us through where you were born, because probably people say Pravina was born on TV. You're also born in a place like other people, and just take us through.
Actually, this is the most important part of the interview.
Yes.
Because it sets the tone. And especially I prefer, talking to people in a way that they understand that where you're coming from, doesn't matter anymore, but what matters is where you're going.
Where you're going, exactly.
And don't show me, the scars in your body to scare me from doing things. You must show them to me to motivate me.
True.
And I grew up in Mabopane. My parents come from the north.
Okay.
But through movements of people in the past, they occupied most of their lives in Atteridgeville.
Oh, wow.
But I was born in Mabopane. Growing up in Mabopane, I have been able to do things from the young age that constructed me to be where I am now.
Yes.
I grew up in a very vibrant community.
Yep.
I grew up with close-knit family.
Yes.
Now left only with one brother in the whole set of family of six. But we grew up as a close-knit of family. You know, the families where Christmas clothes was uniform for school.
For school as well.
So you when you buy a botsotso, it had to be a color of school so that you can use it as well to go to school. Of course, fortunately, never went to bed without a meal. But I was within a group of young people, or within the society of people that were more affluent, and but there is something in my story that I always share, that I was always in any way mistaken, for also a cheese boy. So I was one of those that would be underprivileged, but for some reason people thought
would think you have it all.
So I had always conducted myself in such a way that I present myself as belonging. I presented myself as having ability, and I presented myself as a value proposition.
Yeah.
And I never, I've never been withdrawn. I've never been shy of occupying my rightful place under the sun. Yeah, so I grew up in that set of community where playing football was part of my everyday life. I enjoyed playing football in the dusty streets of Mabopane.
Yes.
I still have friends. A very close friend to me is now a doctor, Sten Sanyani, and doing well in the medical field.
Yes.
Very close friend, and we had many other friends around us. But the reason why I'm raising the profile of friends is that I always subscribed to show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Definitely,
Birds of the same feather flock together.
Yes.
So friendship to me, it's critical in the makeup and the development of a person. So I grew up with close, good friends who were exemplary.
Yes.
I went to school to meet friends that would only engage in development matters. I mean, my other close friend was Japi Lechalava, was a twin. May his soul rest in peace. Very close friend of mine. We at early age we read novels.
Oh, okay.
During
those days.
Yeah, at early age we exchanged novels.
Oh, okay.
And we believed in quotes and quotes and quotable quotes and stories that came out of novels. So reading became part of my nature. Reading, then playing soccer.
Yes.
And school has been one of the things that I've even promoted as I grew up. I ended up, as you'll hear in my story, that I ended up working at the university at some point because I've been nurtured and also naturally gifted in passing a message, in sharing wisdom. So in conversations, I believe in content and I believe in substance. So I'm in the group of people that would want to discuss ideas. Where I'm seated, I don't want to be seated where we discuss people.
Yes.
We have to discuss ideas.
Something that will grow.
My drinking buddies, they are within the production space and content space.
Yes.
So we don't sit in a pub or wherever we seated, talking something that we cannot take away.
Yes.
To influence our conduct in a better way going forward. So I sit in groups and networks where we want to come out with a takeaway to advance a thought.
Yes.
Make no mistake, and this is where people make a lot of mistake. Takeaway in any form doesn't, it is not proportional to economic value.
Okay.
You don't need to count your money or your value with rands and cents only. You can count it with values, with the way you live. With your health, with your, your happiness, all that. So when you talk to me and in my space, when we talk about growth, when we talk about development, when we talk about happiness, we avoid making it about resources that you have accumulated. About how much money you've got in the bank, stuff like that. So we want you to be wholesome. It must that money that you have must affect the person next to you. And affecting the person next to you is not like I'm saying you must hand out the money to a person.
Maybe just buy you a beer.
But your your presence
Yes.
next to a person must make that person feel good, feel better, must feel safe. People
Yes.
must create safe space around
Yes.
you. So these are philosophies that I espouse.
Yes.
These are philosophies that I propose and push in, especially young people that I coach. I've got lots of senior people that I do work with in terms of personal mastery, branding, and just soft things like time management. Because you might have seen, I'm able to do as many things as you can count within a short space of time. Simply because I've learned the trade of time management, and I have distinguished it from timing. So lots of people confuse time management and timing and punctuality and all those. No, they are separate. Time management is purely about planning.
Wow.
It's purely about planning.
Proper
so
planning.
I'm sharing this with you so
Yes.
you can understand my makeup
Yes.
as a person. So I work on the basis of waking up, with yesterday having already forecast today.
Yeah.
When I go to sleep today, I must know exactly tomorrow what I intend to do.
Wow.
And waking up, I should wake up with a purpose.
Yes.
And that's what I push all the time, that there must be a purpose of the day.
Yes.
We always look at challenges as a purpose. We always look at the bills that we have to cover as a purpose. No, a purpose is waking up and being joyous that you are able to wake up.
You have the opportunity
and
to wake
this is another opportunity.
Wow.
And it's an opportunity for you to try again. It's an opportunity for you to start a new venture.
Yeah.
And mainly to appreciate the fact that you are given an opportunity to rise up again and do something. So I do all these things, and currently I'm at the age that I call preferment age. Okay. So I do things that I only prefer to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't do things that are there to be done.
Yes.
Or things that I'm supposed to do by virtue of them being available or convenient to do. No, whatever I do now, I do that. If I show you love, is because I prefer to love.
Yes.
If I reprimand you as my child, is because I prefer to do that. It's not subjective. It's not subconscious or reactive to the situation. It's what I prefer as having a purpose driven towards helping you to become better. Right? Wow. So that's how I grew up.
Wow.
That's how I grew up. And fast track obviously went up to high school, complete matric. There is a funny story about my education. I've gone to every form of education.
Okay.
I've tasted what you call today TVET colleges. Technical colleges at the time. I've tasted that.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been to what you call University of Technology today.
Yes.
I've been to Technicon.
Yes.
I've been to what you call traditional university.
Wow.
I've been to a business school.
Wow.
I've been to a trade test, right?
Jeez.
A trade test in electrical engineering. So when I look at the education system, it's been there, done that. I can advise you based on experience and information that I applied over time. So I've been through that, and then I've had an opportunity because of my discipline,
Yes.
I have a staying power. So I've only worked for 3 companies in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the third one. Kaizer Chiefs is the third one.
Yes.
And it was Val University of Technology.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I did South African Breweries, AB and
SAB.
BEF now.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's where I started with South African Breweries.
Okay.
And then I went to teach at the university.
Yes.
And I went on to become part of administration at the university.
Yeah.
And then I got a call-up. You know, Kaizer Chiefs is like a national team.
Wow.
When you are called up to come and serve,
Wow.
then you don't ask
Yeah.
questions. So I was privileged
Wow.
to get a call-up to come and be part of Kaizer Chiefs. 13 years down the line,
Yes.
I still can't even pinch myself to understand how I managed to be one of
for
the
that
chosen
long.
few
Yes.
to be part of the brand.
And you are probably the longest in the communications manager
Yeah.
to stay for that long.
Yeah.
If I have my facts right.
Yeah, no, that's
It's
true.
the longest.
Yeah, so that is a story that will be told as I grow in the
Yes.
job, as I write my books as well at some point. It is a very big privilege for me.
Yes.
And I'm very proud of that.
Wow.
Without doubt. My family is proud.
Yes. We are all proud.
Yeah, so
Trust me, Praveen.
And purely for one reason,
Yes.
is that the job we're talking about is a very important job,
Yes.
number one.
Yeah.
Right? Number two, it is a very sweet and bitter job.
At the same time.
Yeah. So you need to be very, very multidisciplined to survive
Yes,
in
to
it.
survive in that kind
Yeah,
of job.
you cannot be one-dimensional. You remember, at the same time, you cannot wake up with a headache. I don't have a history of not going to work. I don't know what it is.
Yes, to
Not
be
going to
out
work.
of
You
work.
cannot
Wow.
wake up with a babalas.
Yes.
You're on your toes all the time. You lost a match. You have to still present yourself with confidence,
Yes.
because you don't have luxury of showing sadness.
No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But at the same time, remember, when you don't show sadness, people
Think you don't care.
think of it as either you don't care, or you arrogant.
Yeah. It doesn't bother you.
Or it doesn't bother you as long as you get paid. You're
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
We are hurt
People,
by the
yeah.
loss and so forth. But your responsibility there is to make people understand,
Wow.
right? That you don't have that luxury of lamenting a loss. You have to wake up with a new energy
Yeah.
all the time,
Yes.
and you have to face the world.
Still stay level-headed.
Still staying level-headed. You cannot get onto social media and argue with your people.
People who are
you
in
cannot get in the streets and argue with people. You cannot go on look frustrated or perhaps your disappointment of results turning into you being discouraged and walking with your shoulders down, chin down and stuff like that.
Yes.
You still have to present yourself to the public as a light,
Yes.
as that we will return, we will
Yes,
get
yes.
back to
Give
it.
hope to people.
Yeah, so I'm being blessed to work for Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. I can't lie, and it is without no doubt the best gift that God gave me.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying it. Hence I'm guarding it jealously. I look after it. You see, because the challenge of getting into a good space is how you keep that.
Yes, how to maintain it.
Because what gets you in that space will not get you to the next level.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, so we make a mistake in life that we work hard to get
Get
things.
To a certain point,
Once we get them,
Maintaining,
then we
sustaining.
relax.
You think I've made it now?
I'm guilty.
If you check and go down, and I'm not sure, somebody should have it somewhere researched.
Yes.
most of the accidents happen when people reach their destination.
Is it?
And simply because
They think now.
you let your guard down
Yes.
because you feel relaxed.
Yes.
That, I've
I've been
arrived.
through so much,
Yeah.
now I'm here.
So now you even think because I'm
okay.
reaching this
Wow.
area,
Reach.
I can jump the robot.
Yes.
You think now it's late, it's 2 o'clock, everybody's asleep. In my area, let me jump the stop straight. All right?
Then you
Or
run into.
by virtue of being happy that you've arrived home. Yeah? And if it's at night, it's even worse.
Yes.
Because now your psychology triggers that you have arrived, you can relax. But if you are tired, perhaps from a long distance, then at that time you sleep. Because you're relaxed, you're happy.
Yes. You think
And the next
done.
thing when you wake up, you realize that you are behind the wheel.
Wow.
And then what do? You react by pressing the accelerator, and then you hit the next object. So the illustration is about us as a people, that we get to work very hard. We go to crèche, to school, to university.
Yes.
Get employed. And then you get that job.
Yeah. You think,
Once you get it, you relax.
Jeez.
You say, now I've arrived.
Wow. I think that happens.
We don't want
everywhere.
Yeah,
People
do it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We don't want to even get onto this set. We'll do it next time. It goes even beyond work, even in our relationships.
Yes.
Work hard.
Yes.
Work hard to
Yeah.
to charm at that. Work hard. Once you go there,
You're
relax.
relaxed. You take it
It's
for
yours.
granted. Yes.
Because you take it, it's yours. There's no need to
work
put
on it
there.
again.
So in football, we work with the principle that is called you are as good as your last game.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
So I don't have an opportunity to wake up tomorrow to say, I've done well for Kaizer Chiefs in the last 13 years. So I can walk in the office and tell everybody when to get off.
Yeah.
I can look down on the supporters as non-starters. I can walk around with my tag of Kaizer Chiefs to influence people negatively, to show them who I am. Right? So I have this privilege and a gift from God
Yes.
to say, hey, it's another morning. How do I step up?
Yes.
How do I
do I do better than
elevate? How
yesterday?
do I elevate? How do I get and make sure that I become the best version of me?
Yes.
So I'm very aggressive when it comes to that. I want to believe that, when you look at me, going through my work, you must admire me.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I have this attitude that I want to be a hero to the next person.
Yes.
Yeah, so I can help you with something.
Yes.
I get excited.
I'm a true testimony of that. Yeah.
So if I can help you, those are things that make me happy.
Wow.
And to someone, it's small things.
Yes.
It's small things. But I wake up and say to myself, today, I will go out and do some running and exercises that I will post online so that somebody can feel like I can do it.
Yes. Wow.
All right?
Yeah.
I'll go there on the job and put effort
Yes.
so that the person sitting on the stands there not watching soccer can say, there is a street kid, a boy who was brought up in Mabopane in the dusty street. He's living his dream and is looking after his dream. And, I think of Martin Luther,
Yes.
the street kid, that you sweep streets like Michelangelo, painted. You want to do things that when people look at it, they admire and say, they lived a good an excellent street sweeper.
Wow.
And that to me, it's what gives me a drive.
Yes.
So many stories. I can take you through this story, episode after episode. This will not be the last one.
Yes. So before you come in, here, because I think you've heard how many wise words have been coming out of Vina's mouth. There's one thing, because the world probably would love to hear. There's one thing you taught me. I'll carry that thing, and also I'll make sure I hand it over to the next generations if they are willing to also carry it. When I first had an interaction with you, you told me something to say, you know what, because I'm a very busy person, there'll be times where you'll call me and I won't answer my phone. There'll be times where you'll send me messages, I'll read, I won't respond sometimes. Don't give up if you really want this. Unless I block you. I remember those days to say, as long as I haven't blocked you, Temba, don't stop. Keep on trying. And you proved to me exactly that, because I remember the last time there was a time when you had to call me back. I called you and you were boarding the cab, was going to Durban. As soon as you landed, you said, I'm going to call you when I land in Durban. The first person you called when you told me was me. You said, immediately after I switched on, my phone was back on, I gave you this call. Then we talk about whatever I needed from Pravina. So what I'm trying to say is, whatever he's saying, I'm a testimony of, he lives it to ensure that if there's a way that he can assist a person, he will definitely try by his own means, which will get to the Vinaism as we go forward, because that's one of the platforms where he is mentoring people, men to say, guys, we need to be men going forward. But you wanted to say something quickly.
No, you know what? Kore ke touched. I am extremely touched.
Yes.
Because take for example who you can know, what I just heard, like from a personal long I come from those type of surroundings.
Yes.
They honestly speaking, there isn't a lot of heroes. There isn't a lot of role models. So for a kid, what's on maybe the future or Dedrick who might be watching this, to hear that there is a big shot, who came, who attended school, Lebanon. It's like that's just. It's amazing.
And you're talking about Lebanon. I mean, you're talking about. I went to high school, Kongaka Maseko. Went primary Matsepa and secondary was Chitseho. And I stayed in the B. And we used to walk from the B to Ngakamaseko. Going to school every day.
Wow.
And that is clearly 7 kilometers. So I've gone in my story. I've got many versions of that. When I finished matric and going to the university, if you know Central City, Central City, Maupane Station.
Station.
So that's where the taxi rank for taxis going to Polokwane were found. So I stayed Kodi B, and from Kohai Kodi B to there,
it's a walk.
It was a serious like a 10 kilometers.
It's a way.
When I first got my went to university, I found that I didn't have money to obviously go to university. But you know what I did? I packed my bag. The suitcase is still at a brown, it's a leather.
Yes, I can see them.
And they didn't have wheels as well.
Yes.
Had to put it on top of the head and walked from there to Mopus to get to the taxi to go to Tefluop.
Oh, okay.
But you call it so that was part of, so I walked from the B to Lebanon. Walked from the B to Maupan Station. But if you think things that you do now, you do them because of deprivation or hardship. No. It's you are being groomed. You are being put under pressure to become a diamond in future. So what happened is that that movie continued. I had a stint where I had to walk from the B to TNT.
Yo.
From where it be?
Yeah, to TNT Technicon. Now, is it
Tshwane South.
Yeah,
Tshwane South, yeah.
South. So I used to walk
Yo.
from the B.
Yeah.
You see how far that is.
That's very far.
I've done that walk. And and all that, you look back now and say, ladies and gentlemen, don't look at finished products.
Yes.
You must know that people
Process.
went through the journey. And it is not a lie when they say you are an architect of your future.
True.
And you are a master of your own destination.
Yeah.
It's not a lie. You have to know that you have to grind. You will face challenges in life.
True.
You'll walk through the valleys
Yes.
to reach your destination.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm inspired.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, because one of the things, like you were saying, you were teaching people, probably that's one of the things that you are given at the university, and then building up to, because if most people, obviously, when they see Vina Maphosa, they just think about the glamour of seeing you associated with the big brand of football in the whole world, guys.
Yeah.
So, but then that passion of you building other people, building up to Vinaism. How did you come about having that passion and seeing that, look, we deserve to build people to make this a better place? And then you can maybe link that to what is currently happening, because with the Vinaism, this is something big that most people will still want to understand. How does it work and everything?
Yeah, thanks for this question. You see, I was born and developed and became who I am today because I like teaching.
Yes.
Yeah, teaching. Remember, teaching is not teaching you a subject matter to know maths or to know science or geography. Teaching is that you become a messenger.
True.
And I have been a messenger. I've been a teacher in my living, my way of life, until I got to university and started teaching. Yeah, as part of my science and BSc studies, part of it included education. So I know how to teach. I understand teaching philosophies, methods of teaching and stuff like that. So that is learning it technical.
Yes.
But some things are inborn in such a way that you can take me out of teaching from the university, but you can't take teaching out of me. So I came into football as a spokesperson of Kaizer Chiefs.
Yes.
And I realized that I need to spread my wings to influence people. I talk behind the mic. Kaizer Chiefs is playing Mamelodi Sundowns on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Come on, come. All buy tickets. They're flying off the shelf.
Convince people to
like hotcakes. They cost this much. Buy them at this place. So I realized that is okay. But how else do I influence the society? And I realized that I've got a gift of bringing people together. I have a gift of creating platforms for people to come together. And I have this pain that I witness all the time, that especially black people don't meet. We meet for funeral, for baby showers, wedding days. So we don't meet to look at how we can improve ourselves. We don't share experiences. That's the big one. we come out as shining stars, and we don't tell people how we became the stars. So Vinaism came on, just like everybody, yourself, your chairman, everybody's got what we call ism in them. So ism is about what you propose, what you sell.
Yes.
You know, we are all billboards. We are moving billboards. What do you sell? What do people, when they engage you, what do they get?
Yes.
Back as or feedback. Right?
Okay.
So now my proposal is that I need people to come together and talk
Yes.
about their stories to influence others
Other people.
to join in the journey and realize that it is not easy.
Yes.
And I want people to share their stories, to be very, not unique, but genuine stories of hardship, of slip-ups. Hence, we do record this under my biggest blunders as well in a podcast. So what happens is that in Vinaism, we gather people, we look at people who have done well in their fields, we bring them into a platform, and we invite people to come to listen to their stories.
Yes.
We're not transactional. We're not bringing people to come exchange, business and money, or products and money.
Yeah.
But we bring people to shake hands and say, your story has inspired me. I'm going to try, or I'm going back to the drawing board to do this and that. So that is the primary aim. What happens after the meetings, it's at your own risk. All right? We create a platform.
Yeah.
We say, go out, express yourself. You've met this person.
Yeah.
Either do business with him
Network.
or not, and stuff like that. So it's a networking platform. Yeah, so that is what we're doing. The platform is growing. Remember, this Vinasm started, it's another version of many platforms that I have produced previously. I had one was called Jumpstart.
Okay.
It was looking at mainly people who are down and out, trying to bring them up. Yeah, so with Vinasm, in it's about second year now going.
Yes.
We hold meetings every month towards the end of the month.
Yes.
We are now growing our speakers. We have Sipongwema. He was popular during the days of former President Mbeki.
Yes.
He's been a figure in communication of government, spokesperson at some point. Yeah, we've got Groovin Nchabele. This guy is a mogul when it comes to marketing and advertising. Business is coming on to our platforms. We're working closely with Osimpiwe Masiza, the CEO of EmpowerWorks. He's a very, very successful individual in the space of marketing and communication with speakers firms. He's got a big youth activity that he does with the youth every year. We've got many other luminaries that we bring. Bukhanki Matabane, president of Black Business Council. We've got Billy Selekani, one of the renowned people in speaking environment and motivational speaking.
Wow.
Here we've brought lots of guys.
Wow.
I smile when I realize that we have been able to draw,
Such
inspiration from great people. And for you to pick up the call and call Mika Chauke, marketing guru at African Bank, to come sit here talk to people, Judge Bongani,
Yeah.
bring them here, talk to people about their stories.
Yeah.
We've launched many books.
Yes.
Individuals who've written books have come on to present their books, countless of them. And the series still goes on now. We like launching books.
Yes.
Yeah, we like that.
So I just want to know because for the average person who's at the corner of the spaza shop chilling the whole day, unemployed or whatever, who doesn't have this information, who's watching this podcast, how can he come to? Because Vinaism, the way that I see it, it's a way that a person can learn a lot from.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how does one go? How do you guys have a website where you can register?
No, it's a good one.
Yeah.
So we will elevate and come to that type of engagement with people. One of the bases of Vinaism is keeping it simple. We don't want to compete with the classical high-end platforms of conferencing and workshops. I want to keep it as direct as possible, as humanly interactive as possible. So it's directly currently with engaging with me directly, right? As a curator, I come up with the setting, I come up with the venues, I come up with the kind of speakers that we need. Yeah, so you just contact me via email of my name is Alpheus Maphosa, surname @gmail.com at the moment. But as things are going now, we have to swim or sink. We will be getting into developing our website and get into direct linked social media platforms and stuff.
Because just to follow up on that, what I'm thinking is, obviously in a venue there's a limit, a cap of how many people can go there.
Yeah.
So are these sessions?
We keep it at 30.
Yeah. So are these sessions maybe recorded? The speeches maybe.
Yes.
Oh, so you can go out there and then you can. Yes. Okay.
On other podcasts and all that.
Okay.
Great stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, this is amazing, man.
Yeah, that was such an insightful. So I think what we're gonna get to, but maybe before we get, because I want us to play this nice game with Pravina. We're really enjoying having him. I wish we could have him for 2 hours, but we're still gonna get him back. So maybe people who wanna follow, especially Vinaism and anything, obviously, can you please just give us your social media platform so that they can keep track of what's happening and maybe you can also repeat the email and so that people can.
Great stuff. So email is Alpheus Maphosa.
Yes.
My name and surname @gmail.com. And then I've got a Alpha Vina that is a handle on my X.
Yes.
And then it's Alpheus Vina Maphosa on Facebook. And it's Vina Maphosa on Instagram. Yeah.
Well.
And I'm on LinkedIn as well, directly as well. Alpheus Vina Maphosa. My platforms are growing very, very exponentially. I think on X is just above 150,000 followers, which is not bad. I've got a mass Facebook channel which is really over upper 30s, thousands of followers and stuff. So my footprint is grown tremendously. I appreciate that and thank everybody who's been following and working with me, because I love to be a messenger. I love to get people going. So I like to influence people in the right way.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a promise we make is a promise we keep.
Yeah.
We told you we are kicking off 2025 on a very, very high note. As you can see today, it's happening in our studio. So right now, because of the excitement that we have here, we just want to make, because this one is definitely the most special since the inception of this podcast, Pravina. We just want to play a game with you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give you two options. We're gonna ask you, and then we're gonna you can only pick one, because we know we're gonna try and put you on the spot. Make it very, very tight, so that you can. Yeah. And then, Klopas, what do you have there? Let's go with the first question.
Let me start with the easy one.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let me start with the easy one. It's the one that's relaxing. Since Bravina Ole, party of football.
Yes.
I'm gonna go straight into it. Messi or Ronaldo?
You take one, you drop
I'm
one.
a Ronaldo.
You are a Ronaldo.
Yeah. But why?
Look, both have got so much that they've done for football, and but I'm a story person. So the story of Ronaldo playing in Portugal as a youngster, and Alex Ferguson then as a coach of Man United, coming to recruit, scout youngsters there.
Yes.
And he realized the talent in Ronaldo's friend.
Yes.
And Ronaldo's friend decided that no, Ronaldo is better than him, so he must go.
Wow.
And 16-year-old Ronaldo, that's how he got to Manchester United.
Yeah.
So the opportunity was for his friend, but his friend suggested that no.
Yeah, this one will take it better than
my
me.
friend Moscow is better than me.
Jeez.
And today,
That's
after
massive.
those years of stardom, they're still friends. And from what I gather, Ronaldo is keeping the friend very close and empowering the friend and making sure that the friend also lives well.
Jeez.
So that's why I'm a CR7.
Wow, big fan. And another thing, he is a hard worker.
More than
What
hard
I
worker.
love the most about
More
CR7.
than hard worker. He's a symbol of staying long, and is a symbol of discipline for the cause.
Yes.
So he knows that for him to become an athlete, he has to eat this way, he has to do training this way. So that is, you can ask. Messi, great player,
Yes.
and he has done well for himself as well.
Yeah. Wow. You see the fact that Ronaldo still kept a friend. I think I'm converting a little bit, not too much, a little bit. Okay, and then the next, just to take it local. Let me just put this here, because now speaking from the heart now. Speaking from the heart. So take it to local. Mufukeng or Vilakazi?
Mufukeng, the Pirates Mufukeng.
I'm not conflicted in the answering of this. I will go with Mufukeng.
Yeah.
Simply because he is a step ahead, and his position makes him stand out and to be my preference.
Yes.
Yeah.
His position of playing for Bafana,
Yes.
the goals that he scores for his team, as well as, as I say, mainly from the point of playing for the national team. And so far, I have seen him being so grounded and still willing to go extra mile. When you talk about Mfundo, the same as I compared Ronaldo and Messi, Mfundo is one great potential.
Yes.
We're still going to see more out of him. So Mufukeng gets a nod because he is there already.
Yes.
and he's doing things that, as I mentioned, they're a bit step ahead of the rest of other youngsters. But I'm impressed by Vilakazi because you can see he's got intention
He's stepping up, sir.
to compete,
Yes.
for that space of stardom.
Yes.
Yeah, so I like his attitude and proud of him. He knows very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Today I'm learning. No, you know what? Okay. All right. Let me throw in one that's a bit controversial.
Yeah.
One that's a little bit controversial. Pirates or Sundowns?
It's controversial to you, but
Yeah, to him.
it's very easy. It's very easy. I wish I could have known that you'll ask it, and I was going to ask you not to ask it because it's easy. Mamelodi Sundowns, without doubt.
Yeah.
And
You are happy now.
the reason is simple. Orlando Pirates are my arch rivals, and they will remain arch rivals like that. And then, coincidentally, I grew up in the face of Mamelodi Sundowns. Yeah, so some of the original owners of Mamelodi Sundowns, they stayed in our area of Mabopane. So I grew up knowing that there is a Sundowns team. I grew up going to HMPJ.
Yes.
I grew up exposed to Sundowns players, Sundowns stories. So I have a very, very soft spot
For Sundowns.
for Sundowns in that regard.
Yeah, I like Sundowns. You know,
Yeah,
you know me. You know
I
me.
know.
You know me. It's the Pretoria in me. I can't help it. So okay. So Pravina, I just wanna know, what do you prefer? If you had to wear one thing, one type of clothing forever, would it be formal or casual? If you had to choose one.
If I had to choose, it's a pity that I don't have much choice. My work and my career dictates, so I am more on a casual.
More on the casual.
But do rock suits, Pravina.
Hence I mentioned my work.
Because of work, yes.
But I would be casual all the way.
Yeah.
Simply because of many things. I look at the tie as if you're hanging yourself. I look at the full suit as if you're not flexible enough. You are tied up and now karo stay finya. So basically that is the reason. With casual, I believe it makes you more open and it makes you adaptable, makes you agile and stuff.
Wow.
All right, then the last one. The last one is it close to my heart. It's close to my heart, this one, because it's always something which we discuss a lot.
Yeah.
Hore, would you rather be rich and unhappy or poor and happy? Like,
you coming out with easy stuff. I want to be rich.
Yeah.
Either way. Because I subscribe to there's no nobility to become poor. There's nothing exciting about being poor. There's nothing to brag about. Being poor. Hence, I said earlier when we opened that don't tell me about where I'm coming from. Tell me about where I am now and where I'm going. I am from, a cuckoo to a big house. I am from a street corner to a corner office.
Yeah.
That's me. I don't want to believe that I was poor, born and bred in the dusty streets of our Bani. So be it, but I no longer live there.
Yes.
I live a very good life.
Yes.
Very sweet.
Yes, yeah.
Wow. And I aspire to ensure that my kids live the same kind of life. I will never sit with my kids and try to discipline them by telling them how hard I grew up.
No.
It's none of their business. Their business is where they are and the future that I'm setting up for them.
Wow.
Hi. Nah,
Wow.
that's
Ladies
it
and
for me.
gentlemen,
That's it for me.
his name is Vina Maphosa. I think you've seen it yourself.
Yeah.
He, like I've said when he started this podcast, to say very, very busy, very, very extremely busy. But when I asked him to say, Pravina, we need you in our podcast, he said, Tim, I'm coming to your podcast, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house, he is here. Pravina, let's take this opportunity and thank you for humbling yourself and coming to sit with us. And on top of it all, I don't know how many times am I going to play this episode, because so many things that you said today, I know you always give very good advices, but today I had an opportunity to even hear more and more and more. Maybe your last words to our beautiful viewers and people, especially young up-and-coming people who still want to make it out there in life. Your last words before we let you go.
Yeah, it is important that we realize our potential.
Yeah.
We have self-belief, and we live with a deliberate intention to become better people and better citizens. I wish to encourage young people to look up and look after themselves. And every child must know that they belong, and they must know that the world is an oyster for every child.
Yes.
And if you don't know where to go, you must go to God.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Pravina.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the excitement is over the moon from me. Clear your last words before we say goodbye to our beautiful viewers at home from T's and C's.
First of all, I want to thank Pravina for coming. And I want to thank him for what I've learned. Like, Kuri, you know what? We'll have a recap on the next episode so that these people can understand. Pila impact. Understand?
Yeah.
So, no, you know what, guys? Tune in for the next episode so that you guys can know what's going on. What's up. So, thank you, guys. Thank you, Bravina.
Yeah.
T-Man, thank you very much, man.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Pravina, may the good Lord bless you for all the good things that you're doing. And yeah, we are so blessed to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, from TC's, my name is Temba Zulu. I'm also signing out.
Peace.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.